So I want to share an exercise with you. Now, I have a vivid memory right now. I was speaking out in Bloomington. And there was a Somali man. And the reason why I state this is because it was very, very impactful to me. I was doing a book signing there, and I'm packing up my visual aids. And he comes up to me. And I had just taught this next exercise. It's called the power of the 168. And his English wasn't that great. But he looked me square in the eye, and he held my hands like this, both hands. And he says, young man, continue to teach that. He said, that one thing there, the 168, changed my life. I said, really? He said, you don't even understand. He had a lot of things going on, I can tell. I believe in this because it transformed my life. So it's called the power of the what? 168. The power of the what? 168. We all get 168 hours in a week. One thing about this commodity of time, it doesn't discriminate. Doesn't matter what your socioeconomic class is. Doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is, your gender, your race, your religion. We all get 168. So now, in order to live our values, we must first get clear about what's important to us. I do this with students. I said, forget interpersonal, forget public speaking. Let's just talk about values. So they come in the office, and I run them through this. What are your values? What matters most to you? And I write it down for the students. And I said, you sure? They said, yeah. I said, okay, I want you to sign your name. And then I tell them about the power of the one. And so I quickly share with them, hey, you got to look at your time. Get 168 hours in a week. Now, according to the National Sleep Foundation, they do studies every year. It's called the Sleep Study in America. 2008, the average American spends how many hours a night sleeping? What do you think? 6, 5, 8, 7. 6 hours and 40 minutes. So approximately, that's 47 hours a week of sleep. So that leaves you, my friends, with 121. And the same study says the average American between full-time work and commuting time is approximately 50 hours. So my friends, that leaves you with 71 hours. So just between commuting to work, work and sleep, over 1/2 of your 168 is gone. So let's talk about living our values. How many hours we have left according to these general numbers? 71. Here's how you live your values. You look at what you have left over from your 168, and then you become deliberate, intentional, and purposeful about using the rest of your 168 on your what? Values. You got to be deliberate. You got to be intentional. You got to be purposeful. You got to discipline yourself to do what matters.